dirtiest motor of all time. Definitely the dirtiest one I've ever seen.
Disclaimer at the top. Anyone with a heart condition must leave the room.
Alright, so part 2, we're dealing with engine smoke. Or engine smoke, exhaust smoke. So whenever I crank the vehicle, I get blue smoke. It continues to make blue smoke. And when I accelerate, even more blue smoke comes out. So that tells me that it is burning oil. Doesn't smell like gas, doesn't smell like antifreeze, so it's burning oil. So I'd done a little research online, and most people that have this problem is one of two things: valve seals or burn up rings, and it's leaking down into the cylinder, whatever. So it could probably be both. So I was researching on how to swap valve seals and stuff like that, and I came up on this video that this kid had a box Chevy car, but same motor, and he was having the same issue that I was. Like, he was showing it smoking. It was exactly what mine was doing, and he said he was going to follow up with another video, but he never did. But he did add to the description that when he pulled the valve covers off, he found out that one of the oil ports going through the head was clogged, and it was making oil sit up on top of the valves, and it was forcing oil down into the cylinder head past the valve seals, which was causing it to smoke. So just for shits and giggles, I pulled the valve cover off yesterday, which ended up taking almost 2 hours. You have to take loose the AC compressor and slide it forward. You don't have to completely take it off, but you have to unbolt it and basically just slide it forward, take the belt off to get the driver's side valve cover off. So when I pull the valve cover off, like unbolt it and pull it up, oil pours out the side. I'm like, I don't think it's supposed to do that. And so I pull the valve cover off, and I keep looking down at it. I pull the valve cover off, and there's just oil sitting, just pulled up on the back end of the motor. I guess we're sitting at an angle, the motor sits at an angle, but it was all pulled up above number 5, which number 5 was the spark plug I pulled out, and it was always wet. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, whenever I crank the vehicle up, it idles just fine. And it'll do that for about a minute, and then it'll start missing again. And I'm like, that's probably when the oil pressure builds up and it starts forcing the oil down in the valves. I mean, that's just a guess. I'm by no means a mechanic. But when I pulled off the valve cover, there is shit everywhere. There is so much gunk in this motor. It's everywhere. Like, I took a flathead screwdriver and was like scooping some of it out. There's so much garbage and gunk inside this head. So I did a little more research on motor flushes, because I'm thinking this thing needs to be cleaned out bad. So I was looking up motor flushes, and I'm seeing where people say that it works wonders and it cleans out the motor and they never have any problems ever again. Yeah. And I've also seen people where they said it messed their motor up and they had to go, rebuild their motor after doing a flush, which, I could understand either one. But I do know from experience, my brother, probably 15-20 years ago, had a Dodge truck. He put a flush through it, refilled it up with oil, started driving it, and it clogged up the oil sending unit screen down in the oil pan and locked up his motor, and he had to get a new motor. So the way I'm thinking is we're about done anyways, and to get this smoking problem cured, we're probably going to have to tear it down and start, you know, doing valve seals or rings or something. So I'm thinking at this point, as dirty as that is, really, what I got to lose. I'm about to, this is either about to be cleaned or I'm about to screw it up. And I got the STP high mileage motor flush thingy here, and we're gonna try this and see what happens. It's actually really smoking now, a lot more than it was, but it could be the flush, it could be the oil getting thinner, pushing down in there more. Alright, let's check out and see just how nasty this stuff is. And just to remind you, I changed this oil probably 30 miles ago, is when I first got it. I just went ahead and changed the oil in it, and it's already black on the dipstick. So I'm sure that top there is right in the way, but I guess we couldn't turn the camera I forgot to take the vent off of the drain plug, or the drain pan. I'm not really seeing a lot of chunks coming out of there. So, I don't know. Hopefully there's a lot coming out, but oh, there went a big chunk of something. Let's just go ahead and pop this side off and see if it was as bad as the other side. Because I don't want to look. See if the motor flush even done anything. How to use a ratchet 101. How nasty this shit is. Now I want to see if this, I need to go the other way with that. If this pops off and oil goes everywhere like the other side. And I do not think that that was the way it was supposed to happen. So when I lifted up on this before, on the other side, it came off, but this side's not. How about we break off the spark plug wire holder? That always helps for aerodynamics. Okay, see, last time, or on the other side, when I popped this open, oil just come running out of there. So pull off the old PCV back here. I can get my fingers to it. Probably been easy to do first. those things are nasty. On back here. That's our dipstick. That ain't the way you do it. But that'll work. Look at all that shit coming off of there. Yeah, you just gotta wiggle it around. Look at all that. Oh my God. Alright, y'all gotta see this. Could this be the dirtiest motor of all time? It's definitely the dirtiest one I've ever seen. Ugh, nasty. Why does it smoke? I mean, I don't know. Ugh, look at that. Anyway, I'm turning this back off and doing something here. I'll be back in a few. Alright, we're back to this side. Let's see if it pours out again. Well, I did drain the oil this time. Maybe that might have something to do with it. That might have been why I didn't do it on the other side, because that old oil port in the head was definitely clogged. Alright. Oh, see? Nope. Come right on out. So what does that mean, kids? That means our oil port on this side is definitely clogged. My fat head in behind here. The oil is still hot. And it's still lots of fun to get out of there. Get out of the way. Why does it smoke? Who knows? Ooh, look at that. Look at that. It's just nasty. Let's see. Like, what would happen if we took a screwdriver and put it in this little... Oh, I can't even feel the hole. That's what she said. Look at that. It is... It's completely, absolutely clogged. Oh, and looky there, poured right out. Why do we have a wet spark plug down there? The world may never know. God, look at this shit. Look at that, dude. All right, well, God, I can't believe that was so clogged up. It actually took force to push that and break that out. Ugh. It's like me after a night of Taco Bell. And We'll see what we can do with these nasty things. I got a little engine cleaner, foamy gunk, and let's see how this stuff works. 10 to 15 minutes. Alright, let's see what we got. Oop, all over my camera. Look at that. Oh my Lord. Look at that. That's nasty. Alright. We'll let this sit for a few minutes. Oh, it looks like it's already breaking it up. That's pretty awesome. We'll let it sit for a little while and then we'll come back and see how good it does. It's been over 15 minutes. Let's see what's happening. Spray off with water. A lot of it's coming off. Not enough though. Let's scrub it a little bit. Get out the old scrubber. My scrubber's been sitting out in the sun. It's dry rotted. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Vortec V6. Zoom zoom. Must be a race car. I didn't even know it said that. Didn't even know it said that. That's cool. I didn't even know what's on there. Can't believe my brush is falling apart. Yeah. I bought it 8 years ago. You'd think it'd hold up a little better than this. Well, works okay, I guess. Let's try the other one. Oh, and it says Vortec 2. Check it out. Well, hell of a lot better, that's for sure. Let's give them another squirt and see what happens. My poor old brush. Ew, brother, ew, what's that? Ew. Round 2.
nearly as much this time as last time, but definitely better. Definitely looking a lot better. Definitely looking a lot better. Ew. You know what? I'm gonna try something else. Put this on my hands just a minute ago and it cleaned it pretty good. I'm gonna try this. Let's try a little mean green. Much there at all. A little bit, I guess. All right, so we started out with the engine gunk, followed up by some mean green and a whole lot of scrubbing, and I can't really be mad at this. It ain't clean, but dang, compared to what it was. Put in the new head bolt or valve cover bolt, little gaskets, grommets, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I can't really be mad at that. Got new gaskets going underneath, and we about to put this back on. Look at that, vortec. Go underneath. Underneath it took a little scraping, but it ain't clean. Good enough for government work. Airplanes. Back to over here. I have cleaned out, clean-ish, my valves here. Valves. And got the little hole down there cleaned out a little bit. It ain't clean, but it's cleaner. You know what I'm saying? So that thing right there is the vein of my existence. They just, I hate this AC thing. I hate it. Anyway, we about to go back together. I gotta oil her up a little bit first because we a little dry in here. You know what I'm saying? Can't be going in dry. So, all right, it's time to put the head gaskets on and see what happens. And by head gaskets, I mean valve covers. Nub. I've been watching head gasket replacement videos all day, so it's kind of been on my mind. Let's see if we can do this here as easily as it worked before. Oh, just right on there like that. Yeah. Slide right up on in there. Like me and your DMs. What the what? Oh, God. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? That it? Yep, that's it. Them dirty ass bolts right back in that clean valve cover. Awesome. Ain't dirty shit laying around. Squeeze your fat ass head in between steering wheel You see? Oh, this one back here is going to be a pain. There we go. That ain't in there. We'll make you in there. Boom. I know y'all ain't trying to watch this. So I forgot to turn the camera on, and I got the oil back in. I just put some cheap oil in there for right now because I'm gonna drain it. I put a new filter on, but I'm gonna drain it and swap the filter again. But I have noticed something already. Some good news. We had a big old puff of smoke when I first cranked it, but check this out. A lot less smoke. There's still a little bit coming out, but nothing like it was. Let's rev it up and see what it does. Well, never mind. It is back to smoking ever since I did that. I don't know. I guess we doing valve seals next or something. Yep, now it's smoking. Okay. It's the next day. I drained out all of the cheap oil that I'd put in there that still might have had some flush in the motor. Got rid of all that, put in the good oil, new filter, got it level to where I didn't want to make sure that, you know, the heads weren't tilted back and that oil was getting on top of that number 5 again. So pulled the spark plug, it was wet, took a little butane torch and just kind of like heated up the end of it and burn all the oil off of it. Didn't get it real hot, just enough to just burn the stuff off of it. Put it back in. That was last night. So today we are going to crank it up for the first time and see if it made a difference. Let's go. I didn't see anything. Let's try it again with the camera back there. No smoking, and you hear that? No miss. It's not missing anymore. Revved it up a few times. Been sitting here letting it run. It's not smoking. Well, the motor's smoking where I dug all that oil out of there yesterday because it's just burning off the exhaust. It's all down the side of the engine. I tried to clean it up, but I couldn't really get to it. But yeah, I'm happy. We good. I'm gonna try to get the motor cleaned up a little bit, and we're gonna take another test drive, see if we're smoking while we're going down the road. Let's go around the block. If I can find my seatbelt.
of the road, kitten. You stay where you're at, kitten. Alright, so, man, we're running good. And I'm not seeing any smoke. That don't mean there's none back there. I just can't see none. I'm not seeing anything. Let's keep it going. Hey, UPS man. Oh, dude, we're running so good. I need to figure out some type of car mount, because we too wobbly. We're going up a little hill. I'm not seeing any smoking. Dang, I think we might actually got a little more power. It's crazy if you got like all 6 cylinders firing. Weird how that happens. Yep. Yep. We are doing fantastic there, children. Yeah. We are running good. Alright, we're getting down here to our, our straightaway, where we normally stop at. I don't see nobody. Alright, let's hit it. I can't complain. I really can't. I really can't complain. Uh-oh, got the mailman up here and somebody trying to pass in my side of the lane. Look out. Going by the train. We are to the highway. Little train over there. Check him out. Alright. Let's try the highway. We doing good on the highway. I'm still not seeing any smoking. If we smoking, it ain't a lot. Getting up on the exit. We rolling. In the van. The van is kicking, son. I am happy. Too bad Dave was not here. Dave likes riding in the van. Dave's my son. If I didn't introduce him before. Whoa. We're bouncy. Going around a little exit here. We're going to go right down here and pull a hill. Here comes an Audi. Any Audi, whatever. POS. We're pulling the hill. Just fine. That guy's tag said smoke on it. Not us, not anymore. We'll see what it's like when we get back though. Alright. Looks like we're about to have the police behind us. That's okay. We're not doing anything wrong right now. Right now. No, he busted you and went after somebody. Sweet. He's like, man, I ain't even pulling over that piece of crap. He already got enough problems. Go pull that Tahoe over. It says smoke on his license tag. Smoky. Smoky. Pull up at stop sign. Check the exhaust. Don't see anything. And better yet, we're not smelling anything. Word. Alright, so I think this is a successful test drive. I'm gonna cut this off and I'll see you guys back at the house. Well, Vansters, I think we're going to call that a success. No more smoking. I got back to the house, revved it up a little bit. It's not smoking out the exhaust. I guess whatever was on the exhaust up front burned off because that stopped smoking. So cleaning out that head, cleaning up those valves, and unblocking the ports or galleries or whatever the hell they're called, fix the problem. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't need valve seals and it doesn't need piston rings, because it probably does too, but I get no visible smoke and the exhaust doesn't sound near as bad as it did before. It just smelled so bad. The mist is gone, so apparently oil was just pouring out of those valves and onto the spark plug. So we're going to call that a success, and we're going to move on to bigger and better things now. So uh-oh. Were we want attention or something? Okay. Anyways, bigger and better things. I think up next, once we drive it around for a little bit, I'm going to start looking at suspension parts, and we're going to throw the bags on that thing out there and get it going. And we'll get it going, and then we'll start on the stereo, because I got a feeling I'm gonna probably have to cut a lot of the floor out in the back for the air stuff to be able to do certain things and weld from the top and all that goody. So I don't want to put that big huge box in there before we get the air ride done. So I'm pretty sure the air ride's next, and stay tuned. We're gonna have a good time. Ain't that right, bud? Ain't right, bud? Let me turn the camera off. Dang.